Welcome to Tap the Craft Podcast, where we dive into stories, science, and culture behind the beer in your glass. Whether you're a brewer, a beer nerd, or just someone who knows their way around a tap list, we're here to talk, or
What are we here
we're
to
here to
do?
break it all down. I'm Denny.
And I'm Chris, and today we're digging into the results of the 2026 World Beer Cup, aka the Olympics of Beer.
Yeah, we're talking over 8,000 entries, the most competitive categories in the world, and the brewers that managed to rise to the top of the absolute chaos. Plus, we'll break down what these results tell us about shifting trends from the return of the West Coast IPA.
To the continued rise of lagers, we called that, by the way, and what styles might be quietly fading out. So, Denny, what's in your glass tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm going light to start this show off with
Okay,
some Von Trapp light
very nice.
lager. Again, I mentioned in the end of the last episode that our listener and good buddy Eric Scotty Ward sent me a care package of 12 Von Trapp beers, and this is was one of them. And I really enjoyed this light lager. In fact, I gave it a 5 cap rating for the
Mm,
style because it's probably the best light lager, one of the best. Again, we talked about that at the end of the show. That how does this compare to other like Marker Light, which I also really liked
yeah.
Marker Light as well. Uh, that they're both good beers. This one kind of, like I said, falls into that Bavarian, Australian. Actually, I'll say
Austrian.
Austrian. Austrian. I didn't say. I said Australian, but I corrected myself right there. Austrian type lager, but just really good, flavor, crisp, refreshing. It just makes you want to drink it. I opened it right before we started. Look, I've already drank,
Wow,
over half this beer, and we haven't even started the show, and I just opened it. Uh, that tells you it's a great
that's a
beer.
good
But
one.
yeah, that's in my glass. Chris, what is in your glass?
Well, my glass is a little bigger this evening. I'm trying to fuck around and find out, or as the beer is called, FAFO or FAFO from the folks over at Zephyrhills Brewing Company. So for those of you that got to hang out with us live on Facebook yesterday, we got to chat with the folks over at Zephyrhills here in Florida to talk about some of their beers, their breweries, a little bit of history, a little bit of what's coming up. But this is a red ale clocking in at 7.8%.
Yeah, that's a
So,
huge red ale.
so
So are you drinking it right out of the jug?
no, I'm being a gentleman too. And
So you're priming up. You're going high and then coming back down low for our
yeah,
tasting because
kinda. Isn't the tasting beer like 7%?
it's 7%. Yeah, we're also going to be doing our last beer from Pontoon that we had on last episode. We're doing that Voyager, the Dank Odyssey IPA,
Oh,
West Coast IPA. Looking forward to that. Um, I mean, they said it's even better than that last West Coast beer that I fell in love with last episode.
yeah,
Oh,
I
what
thought
do you
you
got
guys.
there, Chris? What is
I
that?
this is a little tripod. So
Oh,
it's for my phone. But why I have this is because the feed for when we go live, the comments and stuff that pop up aren't
oh,
showing up.
uh-oh.
And then at the end of the episode, and we'll close out the live feed, and then we'll have like 12 comments, and I didn't
You
even
didn't
know
even
they
see
were
him.
there.
Ah,
So,
so you're going to be paying attention on the
so
Facebooks.
yeah, I mean, usually I have a Facebook window open, and it's
Mhm.
been nice to be able to do, but now Facebook's being stupid. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make it happen regardless of how dumb Facebook is.
All right. Well, while Chris is setting up his dumb Facebook phone
Yeah,
cam,
that thing.
let's go ahead and move on with the show. But before we get too far in, we want to let anyone new listening to Tactical Craft Podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you are listening to episode 309, and we're recording a bit early this time on
Mm.
Monday, May 18th, 1 week after we recorded the last episode because next week is Memorial Day, and guess what? Denny's got plans to go camping, so we're recording a bit early, but the show will be released on that Thursday after Memorial Day, so we got a little bit a ways away from that. And we are recording live on Facebook, as you just heard Chris talk about us being on Facebook. And if you'd like to join us on the Monday prior to release, you can do that at 8:30 Eastern Time. And we would love for you to join us during the recording. And now, let's get this conversation started. And we're going to start it off by thanking all of our Patreon supporters, because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Bill Slemmer, Amanda and Kevin Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson, and Jim Kutzel, Alex Fuchs, and these are all of our virtual producers. And Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chalid Massa, Mark Church, Eric Groundley, and Batman Dan, who want to buy us a virtual beer. And you can be like Peter Tim and toast our host. He likes to toast his host and is doing a small donation for us. And if you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/taptocraft. Okay, now we're going to get into the real conversation. We're going to go into the Beer Speak 101. This is where we briefly define common and not so common beer terminology. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the term beached well. What the heck is a beached well? Or also what would you like to call it, Chris?
We call them shelf turds.
Shelf turd or a shelf turd. Well, these are interchangeable terms. We'll talk about both of them. It's all the same thing. So have you ever grabbed a fresh-looking IPA off the shelf to get home and crack it open, and it just tastes like disappointment?
Yeah, like all the hype fell out of the can somewhere between the store and your glass.
Chances are you got yourself a beached well or a shelf turd.
A shelf turd.
So in this context, a beached well is a beer that's been sitting on a store shelf for too long, past its freshness window, and now it's basically stranded. It's not moving. It's not at its best. It looks fine from the outside. The can's intact, label's cool, but inside, the beer is not what the brewer intended anymore. So, Chris, what causes this?
Well, it's usually, I was like, well, Denny, shelf turds happen because. So this usually comes down to a few things. Poor stock rotation, over ordering, or just a beer that didn't sell as fast as expected. And storage plays a big role too. Warm shelves speed everything up. That clock starts ticking the second the beer leaves the brewery, especially for those hop forward beers. Those are the first ones to beach themselves. Yeah. Or take a shit. One of the two.
Oh,
sorry. I missed my cue. Why does this matter?
Why does it matter? Well, let's talk impact, because this is where it really matters. If you're drinking an IPA that's 3, 4, or 5 months old, you're not tasting that brewery's beer anymore. The hop aroma drops off. A bitterness can be a bit harsh or weirdly muted, and you start to get those stale cardboard type flavors. And here's the kicker. Most people don't blame the shelf. They blame the brewery, which is rough because the brewer probably sent that beer out tasting incredible. So, Chris, how the heck do you spot a beached well?
Well, this is going to send me off on a little bit of a tangent because step one, so you can avoid this as a drinker, check the date. Always check the date, and not the best buy date, but look for the package date if it's on there. Now, here's my tangent. That's not required.
Yeah.
The packaging date, a best buy date, none of that's required. Some of the best breweries do it, and some of the best breweries don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and the other thing too, though, even breweries that attempt to do it, you go and look on there, and there's something happened with the printing where it just kind of like has just smudged, or it's just got the top line and you can't read like the top few dots of the date. Like, what the heck is that? I can't read that.
Yeah, and it just says Best Buy 2026. So it's a tough thing because it'll either get smudged or you don't see it. The only way that I've been able to guarantee I get fresh beer is to either go to the brewery and get it.
Yeah.
And that's not always a guarantee either, depending on the brewery. But 2 if you follow the brewery on social media, I do this a lot with Tampa Bay Brewing Company. I know that they just released a certain type of beer,
Yeah.
and when I see it in the store, I know how fresh it is. Even if I don't look at the dates, I know how
Yeah.
fresh it is. So, so step two, let's take a look at the packaging. Are the cans
Mhm.
dusty? Are the
Oh yeah.
boxes dusty? Is it faded labels? Big red flag. Don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that beer can's been sitting or bottle has been sitting on the shelf long enough to collect dust, it's probably been there a bit too long.
Yeah. Or step two and a half, if it's on the very, very back of the shelf, dark, and it's tipped over and dented and it might explode. Yeah, probably not the one you want. So
Yeah.
that was step two and a half. But step three is pay attention to the placement. So their fresh stock is usually going to get put up front, which being in the food service industry as long as I was, that FIFO is not working, being first in, first out. Um, Fresh stock usually gets put up front, but not always. Sometimes the
Mhm.
older stuff gets left to linger.
Mhm.
And if you've got to reach way back and compare dates, do it. I do that
Oh,
at Total Wine all the time. And they're like, "Do you need
okay.
help getting something?" I'm like, "No, I'm tall. I can reach the very back of this shelf. I'm just fine." There's no shame in the freshness game
That's
because,
right.
especially places that are just the big box beer stores, and Total Wine is notorious for this. I'll pull an IPA off the shelf and be like, "Oh, I've been really interested in trying this," and flip it over, and it was brewed. Yeah,
2023.
it was brewed on November 24th, 2024, and I'm like, no, you can have that one. Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's rough.
it's become fun to the point where I'm like, what's the longest span of time I can find? Because it's kind of sad because that
Yeah.
that beer is going to go home with somebody and then they're going to be like, this brewery sucks at brewing IPAs or hop forward beers. And you're right. It's never blamed on the store. It's always blamed on the brewery. So let's get into a little bit of industry insight, Denny.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, breweries and distributors are constantly trying to prevent this with code date tracking, rotating stock, and even pulling products back if it's too old. And the good retailers, they take pride in keeping things fresh. That's a shop you go back to. So not Total Wine,
Gasparilla
but
Pizza Growlers, they do it.
Gasparillo is a good one.
Yep.
I think Brewers Haven here locally does a really good job. I think the co-op does a really good job and
Hmm.
make. I don't think I've ever got an old beer from the co-op. They do a pretty good job of cycling things through, and so yeah, go to the stores that are going to treat you right and treat the beer right for sure.
Especially if the staff there is going to talk to you about beer,
Hmm.
ask them
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Hey, how do you guys rotate beers out when so many breweries put out fresh stuff? Like, what do you do
yeah,
with it?"
yeah, yeah. All right, Chris. Well, why don't you go ahead and wrap this thing up?
So next time you grab a beer and it doesn't hit right, it might not be the beer. It might be a beached whale shelf turd. Check those dates, drink fresh, and respect the shelf life because great beer doesn't age on accident. It ages by design. And most of the time, that IPA was never meant to sit that long.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So don't let your next beer get stranded. Save the whales and drink them fresh. Well, let's talk about fresh beer. I know, Chris, you probably haven't drank that 7.8% red.
Just one
I
second.
already drank. I already drank all my lager. See how fast I was. I went smart with the light lager to down it.
Yeah, I
But
refilled halfway through, so
oh, did you?
yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's do our beer tasting before we get into the brew buzz.
Yeah.
We're gonna drink that Pontoon Brewing's Voyager Dank Odyssey New England IPA. Oh, I thought it was a West Coast, but it's a New England. Comes in at 7% ABV. So Chris is going downhill now. He's going to the lighter ABVs. It's a hazy New England IPA with pineapple and mango character, backed by dank resinous hop notes and a subtle cannabis-like edge. Juicy, low bitterness, tropical finish. Well, let's see if that's
Ooh.
true.
So this has the Pineapple Express terpenes in it.
Okay, so
They're
that should be good.
I can't remember the name of the beer that we had from them back in October. That also had the Pineapple Express terpenes in it, and I was just drooling over this beer. So,
So is that What's that? Is that a penguin in the
It's
bottom?
an otter, Denny.
Is that an otter? I didn't get my glasses on. I can't see. That's an
If there's
otter.
an animal on the
Oh, there
can
it
with
is an otter,
Pontoon,
isn't
it's
it?
an
I'll
otter.
be darned. Good job. Way to stick with
Way to
the
have
theme. Yeah.
better vision. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, I can't see anything. Well, and you see all this little print on there. I was
Can
not
you read
about to
that?
go. Yeah, I can't read
Oh,
it. I
okay.
can. I can't. I. They put this small print on there, and I
Just to
on the other
piss you
cans,
off.
I wrote. I read it off, and I wrote it into. I hand typed it into the show
Okay.
notes for last episode. I
Well,
was not about to try to read or type any of this stuff into the show notes,
I
but
got
it
you.
looks cool.
I
Looks
mean,
cool.
it is a bit verbose, if you will, but the New England IPA, Pineapple Express terpenes. By day, he was a brewer, hands sticky with resin, the sharp green scent of hops clinging to everything he touched. By night, he worked in the graphic. Oh, this is Tyler. He worked in
Oh,
graphic art and photography, chasing light instead of flavor. His hard drive filled with layered designs, stored distorted landscapes, and grainy night shots that felt more like memories than images. It looks fantastic. I haven't. It smells so good.
yeah, it does have a little dankness in there.
So there's a lot of stuff on here. It is a great. It is a great little story poem,
Okay.
however you want to look at it. But it'd be a lot to read.
Yeah, it's a lot to read, but we got the gist. It's talking about Tyler,
Yeah,
great brewer, Tyler Weddle.
yeah. And then we got Elena Mantis hopping on with us. She is drinking a Green Bench Pink Palace Days.
Ooh, that
Um,
sounds
she's
very
here
exotic.
locally in the Tampa area, so drinking some local Tampa beer as well.
Nice,
Or I'm sorry,
nice.
St. Pete. Depends on how picky people are being.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. So we
Smells
smell a
like
little bit of dankness.
smells like
Not as
reefer.
the well, yeah, but not as strong as that last one though. I don't think
No, not at
that
all.
that one was strong, but there is a subtle hint of dankness. Pineapples definitely is right up there on the. You're smelling the ripe pineapple aroma. Smells delicious. It smells juicy too. It smells like a ripe, sweet, juicy pineapple. That man, I need to go get some pineapple. Well, who needs a pineapple when I can just drink it from the source here? But definitely hazy. Look at that beautiful
Yeah,
coloring.
it looks
Golden,
soft
golden
and juicy.
amber.
Like
Yeah, yeah. Good head on there. I just got that half pinky head like I had last time. I poured it softly so I wouldn't get too big of a head. But yeah, it smells great. All right, Chris, you ready to take a sip of this thing?
not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I am, but
Mm. Oh my gosh. Smooth.
mm,
Just a little bit of, honestly, the dankness is not that bad in here. It's just got that, in the finish, I get most of the dankness. Big pineapple, some candy, like some hard candy character in there too, from uh, from that. What are you getting, Chris? You getting
so
some?
I definitely get the pineapple out of this because it starts off you get like that really soft mouth feel,
Mm-hmm.
orange citrusy flavor, and
Mm-hmm.
then
That
that
orange.
pineapple shows up, and then I see what you
Yeah.
mean by that hard candy flavor too.
It's got a hard candy.
And then you just kind of get this bitter hop finish that's not anything crazy. It's very welcome, and not and it's something that makes you want to drink more of it.
Yeah, yeah. So again, I think I appreciate the more modern New England IPAs that have some of that bitterness in the finish because it makes me want to drink more. That's the one thing. I usually will, if I have a New England IPA, it's one and done. I can only handle one at a time because I need to have something that triggers my taste buds with that bitterness to say, oh, keep drinking. If it's too soft, I need something to wake them up, make it not so soft. But this is it's really good. You're right. It does have some of that citrusy orange oil up front with mixed in with that pineapple. I think the pineapple terpenes are doing a really good job, not only in the aroma but in the flavor. You definitely get the undertones of ripe, juicy pineapple. Uh, great. I think I like this New England better than the one from last week.
The one of the
Cherry
lo-fi
pie.
beers.
Yeah, the cherry pie terpenes. I think I so far every beer I've had with the pineapple terpenes, pineapple express terpenes, has been incredible. I think that terpene is a really good one to put into these beers, and I think I lean towards that. The cherry was good, cherry
hmm
pie, and I did like the subtle cherry hints in there, but I think this one just speaks to me a little bit more with that tropical pineapple, ripe pineapple
Yeah. Well,
character.
I think pineapple. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I think pineapple works better in an IPA than cherries do.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Still good
I
though.
I agree. But yeah, this is very good. I think yeah, uh, yeah. It's still not as good as I mean, it's a different style, but that disc golf and lo-fi beer is
Yeah.
still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I thought about that beer all week long. And I had another West Coast that was very similar to it from one of the beers that my buddy Mike brought back from his travels from Chicago back to Oregon. And I think it was from an Iowa brewery. And man, it was a nice new school West Coast, and it was very reminiscent of what Pontoon was doing. I love the new style where you get some piney and citrus notes in there, but the bitterness isn't overwhelming with that, bitterness. It has the bitterness, but also gives some other flavors. So I was lucky last week. I had a few good West Coasties.
Nice. And I think a lot of them, and we're going to talk about this a little bit in the World Beer Cup
Hmm.
part of the Brew Buzz, um, because there are so many new hop products available,
True. Yes.
people are able to get into those styles a little better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just for the numerous people that have called me out on it, it's using things like thiols.
Thiles,
Thiols, not
not
thiols,
the old.
but thiols.
Thiol.
Yeah. That,
Thiles. Yes, we've learned our lesson.
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Jesse.
Not just Jesse. I had somebody on TikTok call me out on it too, and I was like, God damn it. All
Hey,
right.
don't be the vocabulary police. Come
Listen
on.
though, how can we be an educational podcast focusing on all things craft beer if we can't even pronounce the damn words right?
We're not science freaks. We're beard freaks.
But there's science in beer.
Yeah, there is. There is. Hey, I'm getting also as this thing is warming up,
Mhm.
it's giving more flavors. I'm
Oh,
getting Pez candy
Pez candy.
at the finish as well. Like a very like Pez candy sweetness in the finish before it ends. So see if you can pick that out when
Okay.
you start to warm up.
But
It's really interesting to get the extra flavor in there.
I have to check you on something though. You said we're not, what'd you say? We're not science geeks? We're beer
Mm-hmm.
geeks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Why do you and I both have laser thermometers to check the temperature of our beer?
Lasers,
Lasers. Yeah.
because every good homeowner needs a laser
Yeah. Well,
to check the temperature of their
and
home.
don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to use it, right? We practice safe trigger rules here
Oh,
in our house, even when it's with our lasers.
laser.
Lasers.
Yes. Yes. So let me see what my temperature is on my beer.
Okay.
47 on the outside, 40. Wow, this beer is still cold, so it needs to heat up. It's 44 in the beer itself. What's yours at?
I'm 52 in the
Oh, yours is
glass and
perfect. Yours
56. Let's see if we can get it in the can.
in the can. That's what she said.
No.
Well, we haven't done a that's what she said joke in a long time.
Yeah, we have.
At least an episode.
Okay. Not at least not this episode, but here we'll put that back in the cooler. Let's see. We're gonna
Uh,
bing. Yeah, 52 in the top of the glass. So you're right.
yeah,
It's
that's
right
a
on.
good
I like
that's
it.
a good temperature. Yeah, you got it good. Mine's a little bit cold, so you might already be getting some of that Pez. I've already warmed back up to 47 now.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, a little bit of a Pez right in the before it gets to the finish. It just kind of like peaks at this little wild berry character in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it's pretty cool.
I would really love it if somebody could produce a sticker for us that covers like this or the handle that says "Tap the Craft Official" on it. Kind of like being Mohead Y'all official.
Mohead,
Trent,
y'all.
hope you're doing well, man. Um,
Did he send you some coasters? How'd you get that?
I sent him a couple of Tap the Craft stickers, and he sent me a
Oh,
coaster.
you are. Hey, thanks for supporting old Trent Fleener.
Yeah.
Good deal. Is he sporting our stickers on?
So I don't know if you've ever seen any of the videos he puts up on social media.
I
Um,
have seen some of them. Yeah, I've
So he
watched
usually
quite a
does
few.
like like beer reviews, and he's got this beer cooler, like it looks like a chest freezer, I think it is,
Uh huh.
and
Uh
he's
huh.
got stickers all over it. And I
Okay.
messaged him one time, and I was like, "You need a Tap the Craft sticker for the top of that cooler." And he's like, it's kind of full, like I'm out of space." And I'm like, "Yeah, there's a couple on there that could go away." Uh,
Oh, so where do you put it? What do you cover up? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
think he put it out in the open like that. But
oh,
we'll try.
okay.
We'll try.
We won't put it out in the open, but I'm sure it was like something that's defunct and went out of business.
So I did that yesterday at Zephyrhills. I
Oh,
covered up an old brewery sticker, a brewery that for folks listening in the Tampa Bay area will appreciate. I covered up the Big Storm sticker. Now,
big storm. I'm
to
not familiar
you,
with.
to you, Denny, that doesn't mean
Yeah.
much of
No, it
anything.
doesn't mean
But
anything.
if I say Big Storm Brewing in the Tampa Bay area, a lot of people would go, good, cover that son of a bitch's sticker up.
Wow, the big storm was a big storm.
Apparently he
Okay.
was what's it called when you take money from stuff from a business?
Oh,
Embezzling. He was
embezzler.
embezzling money
Yes.
from a foundation or something.
Oh, that's horrible.
I believe it
Oh,
was millions
jeez.
of dollars.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I don't
Oh,
care
that's
if he was
horrible.
proven guilty yet or not, but yeah, Elena just said bravo. See,
Oh,
I don't know if he was proven guilty yet or not, but screw that guy.
nice.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
we're much better than big storm, so
yeah.
everyone can rest easy.
The
We
dog poop on
moved.
the bottom of my shoe is better than Big Storm.
All right, Chris. Let's get into the brew buzz because it's that time. And the brew buzz is devoted to discussing various beer related topics. This week, we're going to talk about the 2026 World Beer Cup recap. Now, keep in mind the World Beer Cup ended a month ago, I guess now, almost a month ago. And I put this show together, this topic, as a backup in case our Von Trapp interview didn't happen because we know we've been caught before where we were left high and dry. So it's a few weeks old, but it it's still pertinent, right? Because the World Beer Cup
Yeah,
is still for the whole year, right? These are winners for the whole year.
but
All
admittedly,
right,
it's partially kind of special to us too.
it is
Hmm.
special because there's a few beers and breweries that that are special to
That
us. So
we're kind of friends with. Like,
yeah. All right, so let's talk about the big one, the World Beer Cup, the Olympics of beer, as Chris already mentioned, wrapped up. And once again, the numbers tell a huge story about where craft beer is right now. And this year's competition was massive. We're talking 8,166 entries. That is a lot of beer
geez.
entries from 1,644 breweries across 50 countries. Now, the World Beer Cup is the World Beer
Yeah,
Cup, not just the United States, not just the state, all the world. So when people win this, it means something, right?
yeah.
Which is slightly down from previous years, but honestly, that's kind of the story of the global beer market right now. Stabilizing after a few years of contraction. And those entries were judged across 113 beer categories plus five cider categories, with medals awarded across 186 total styles when you include the subcategories. So there's a lot of categories.
All done by 10 judges. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of
All right.
sipping and spitting going on.
So, Chris, we're going to talk about the top five most entered categories because, again, we can't talk about 186 categories. We're going to take the top five entered categories and talk about them. So, why don't you get us started?
Now, this is where it gets interesting though, because entry counts really show what brewers are actually making and maybe more importantly, what people are actually drinking.
True.
So
Yeah.
here are your top five most entered categories. And Denny, this number one, this
What
is
is number
you.
one?
Number one
This
is
is
the
me.
West Coast style IPA.
Yeah.
There was 293 entries for
And
the
only three
West Coast
winners, right?
IPA and three winners, right? The king is back, folks. The West Coast IPA reclaimed the top spot this year, and that's a huge shift from the haze dominated years. More
Yeah.
bitterness, more clarity. Palates might be swinging back.
You
And
know it.
here's how things shook out. The gold medal went to Project Alpha 81 out of Cannonball Creek Brewing in Golden, Colorado.
Have you heard of Cannonball Creek?
No, but
Me neither.
but
But they're
here
a world gold.
but here's what I love doing. So when these lists come out, and
Yeah.
I know how much you just adore
I hate
top
lists.
10
Yeah,
lists
I hate
specifically.
top. But
Um,
this is not a
This is
top
not a
10
top.
list.
This is
This
not a
is
top
a
10, but I
yeah.
did say the phrase top five a second ago. But taking lists like this and going, these are people winning awards in a world
Yeah.
event, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is where I get my fuel to send out emails to breweries that we've never heard of
Yeah, that's true.
because they
Good point.
win
Good
some
point.
award. But so
Yeah.
I get to take this now, and I'm going to reach out to Cannonball Creek Brewing in Golden, Colorado, which, by the way, I probably drove right by that brewery when I was there in January because
Yeah,
Golden,
you might have.
Colorado is home to something really big out there too.
Coors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you go visit Coors while you're
No,
there?
I didn't. You know who I did I did visit the Danico Brewing, which
Yeah. Yeah.
where are you guys at? We're
Yeah,
trying to
we're
get you
supposed to
guys on the
interview him,
show.
right? I thought they were gonna hit us up. Never happened, huh? Okay, we'll just keep bugging
Anywho,
them.
let's get off of our tangent. We'll get back
Yeah.
in. We'll bug them a little bit more, but Anyway, so gold went to Project Alpha 81 from Cannonball Creek Brewing in Golden, Colorado. Silver, Mosaic Madness from Crystal Springs Brewing Company in Louisville, Colorado.
Yeah, I never even heard of Louisville, Colorado, or Crystal Springs Brewing, but two Colorado Brewings, one of the top two West Coast IPAs.
But I'm curious though, my Colorado folks, is it Louisville, Colorado, or is it like they say it in Kentucky? Is it Louisville?
Louisville. Mm.
So
It's
somebody's
probably
gonna have to.
Lewis.
It's probably that's what I mean.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then bronze goes to the Electric Eagle,
I like that.
Firestone Walker Brewing, uh, out of Propagator and Marina Del Rey, California.
Yeah, it's one of their like their standalone. Like they have it's Firestone Walker, but they have different sites, like Fat Cat has. And is
I
that what?
thought
No, not
I
Fat Cat. Shoot, what's the one out of Ohio that has all those
Fatheads,
fat fatheads? Yeah, fatheads. I said fat cats.
fat
Fat
hats,
hats.
fat hats, big heads, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
So Electric Eagle sounds that's an awesome name.
that's pretty
Electric Eagle.
badass. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Firestone Walker now a brand that we both enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that they did it. I need to find some Electric Eagle out there.
It sounds like a good 80s rock song, 70s, 80s rock song.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hop on like AI somewhere. Dan Winch, what was that website you sent me a few months back that was like you could just have it generate songs where they generated our Tap the Craft
Yeah,
songs
send us
on.
so we can generate some more cool songs. Yeah,
I'll
that'd be
text
cool.
him here and well, he might be asleep. But anyway,
Yeah.
Denny, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay. Well, now let's talk about the number two, which is now reduced down to Juicy Hazy IPA. It's just a little bit below
Playing
the
second
old
fiddle.
West Coast. 274 entries, so it's still a lot of entries for this. Still massive, though the hazy isn't going anywhere. It just might be the only IPA in the spot. It just might not be the only IPA in the spotlight anymore. Gold medal goes out to the beer called Because Science
Because
from Bend Brewing Company out of Bend, Oregon. Wow, I need to go. I don't usually go to Bend Brewing because their beers are kind of expensive, and if I'm in that area, I usually go to Deschutes because I'm just a big Deschutes fan, but I need to go visit Ben Brewing, and they're brewing some gold medal World Cup winners there. I need to. I owe it to them.
You do.
Silver, yeah, silver goes to Bolo season. Isn't it always Bolo season? Bolo tie season. Zilker Brewing Company out of Austin, Texas. That's where the Bolo comes from, right? Those cowboys. I never heard of Zilker Brewing as well. But I have heard of Ben Brewing, so at least I've heard of that one. Bronze goes to Shifted Visions, not Vengeance, Visions, from Everywhere Brewing in Orange, California. Now, Everywhere is a well-known brewery in California, so it's not surprising that they won something. So nice.
Well, that's probably a brewery name too. Shifted Visions and Shifted Vengeance.
Yeah, Shifted Vengeance.
Kind of a cool name too. Shifted Visions. You should brew a beer called Shifted Vengeance.
Okay.
That's
Hey, what about this next category?
who's heard of a classic India Pale Ale?
Yeah,
What the hell
where
is
did this
that?
come from? Where did classic? What
Well,
makes it classic? That's what I want to know.
well, according to this metal list, it's you got to be from California to brew one. But the classic IPA, the 205 entries, and even beyond those two, IPA variants as a whole still dominate the total entries. I mean, it's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
The IPA definitely remains the backbone of global craft brewing.
Yeah.
So the gold medal is going to go to Immutable Dawn. A pretty cool name too. From ISM Brewing out of Long Beach, California. Yeah, again, these are all breweries, but Denny, I mean, all these breweries so far, I mean, this is a world stage, and the United States is kicking ass over here. Just saying.
Yeah, for IPAs.
Just saying. Okay. Immutable Dawn from ISM Brewing out of Long Beach, California. The silver goes to Hop Fu from North Park Beer Company out of San Diego, California. And
I've actually heard of that brewery and that beer, so that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The bronze goes to the Shred IPA from Shred Beer Company out of Rockland, California. So
nice.
Big California presence in the IPA,
In the
classic IPA.
Your classic IPA.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Moving on up to the number 4 category.
Yeah.
Danny.
Number 4, we finally break into the world in the top 5 categories.
Only once, though.
Only once. We do get outside of the United States. German style Pilsner. You think it's from?
Which, by the way, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that no Germans won German class.
I really want to dig into these. Well, hell, even the next category too. Like
True. Okay, so German style Pilsner, 201 entries. Here's the big one. Lagers are surging. Yes, we know that.
we
for
called
sure.
that one years ago, by the way.
We did. Lager Love Continues was actually called out by the competition organizers. Gold medal goes to the 801 Pilsner out of Uinta Brewing out of Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm sure I've had that beer before. I need to revisit it if it's considered that good. So I will look up 801 again and see if I can get a little taste of that world class beer.
Tastes like a gold medal. Tastes like a winner.
Tastes like a gold medal right there. Silver goes to Southern German style Pilsner, craft beer base out of Osaka, Japan. There we go. Our first international winner from Japan for German style Pilsner.
I'm curious though. Craft beer base, like
I'm guessing it's not. They're not Japanese. It's probably.
It's like an American installation.
Yeah, probably.
Japan,
most likely.
Right next to a military base or something. All right.
And then we have the bronze is just called Pilsner from Hop Dogma Brewing out of Half Moon Bay, California. Now, with a brewery named Hop Dogma, I would think all their stuff would be hop based, but look at that. Even they can produce a bronze medal winner in the German style Pilsner.
Yeah.
So congratulations. Okay, last one, Chris.
Number 5, the Munich style Helles had 156 entries. Now, this is the clean, drinkable, technical beers are clearly having a moment, and they're tough to brew
Yeah.
well, right? So, which makes their rise even more interesting because
Yeah.
they're not very forgiving.
No.
It was a little
So who won
mistake.
gold? Yeah, who won gold in this very challenging style?
I mean, it was the guys at Wanderback Beer Works out of Vineland, New Jersey. They won for their
You
Wanderback
mean
Lager.
this Wanderback?
Crap, mine's in the garage. I know I've got
or
a no.
this
This
Wanderback?
Wanderback. Yeah, these guys. Um,
The Wanderback that every beer that I drank from them was a 5 cap rating because they're so damn good. And we called it early. We said these guys are so good. They won gold 2 years of opening the brew of producing beer, and they won a gold medal in the Hellas category.
Now, if I've been
Insane.
following their social media correctly, they're getting close to opening their
I hope
place.
so. I've been telling everyone if you go to New Jersey, you gotta go get some Wanderback beer.
And you know what
It's
the best
incredible.
part about that is, Denny? New Jersey's small enough that even if you go to the north side of
Yeah,
the state,
yeah,
you could still go to you go see them in the southern side of the state
yeah, yeah.
because man, go. So even if you're in Philadelphia, New York City, and you are on a beer trip, it'd be worth your while. Right now,
Yeah,
you can pick them
yeah.
up in stores, and we'll help you find them if you're in the area.
Yeah, ask us. We'll send you right to the source to get the beers from the
Yeah. Ooh,
from
completely off the
yeah.
rails on this, Denny. Cameron, one of the brewers at Zephyrhills Brewing Company,
Hmm.
yesterday in our live feed said if anyone has any questions about the beers, anyone wants to know anything about the beers, text him.
Oh,
And he gave
wow.
out his personal cell phone number
Whoa, that
on the
wow.
live feed.
That's
So
bold right
I'm
there.
really hoping that you're able to take that audio and turn it into, excuse me, and turn it into a special episode for our podcast. So that way we can. I told him I was like, man, that's ballsy, and I
Yeah.
hope people blow up your phone. I hope they blow up your phone.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I need to go through the audio and put something together and make sure I highlight that phone number. Repeat it like 4 times so people can make sure they can. What was that number again?
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
that
He
number again?
repeated it twice. I had him repeat it again because I hope you guys make us proud. That's all I'm gonna say. Um,
Yeah.
okay. So Wanderback Lager from Wanderback Beer Works in Vineland, New Jersey. Silver is going to Lager from Noble Twist in Saugatuck, Michigan. And then this one, I love this one. The
Yeah.
Kirkland Signature Helles Lager from Deschutes Brewery slash out at Costco
Yeah. Costco lager, man. It's
out of
good.
Bend, Oregon. And it was really good
And cheap.
and cheap. And if you were to look, I don't know why my nose is itching so bad today. Um, if you looked at the label, it was like it's right up there with like a Miller High Life looking label. You wouldn't look at it and go,
Well,
"Wow, I'm buying this because of the can art."
no, no.
It's really
Although
basic.
the can did have a Great American Beer Fest gold medal winner. I think it was, is it? I think it was gold.
So they got
Was
a
it gold?
GABF award, and now they're picking up a World
Yeah,
Beer Cup award for it too.
I think the beer won a. I think it won either a gold or bronze. I think it won gold in the Great American Beer Fest, and then that sticker was on the can, and then now it's won gold in the World Beer Cup as
I
well.
mean, those
So
fellas at Deschutes. Well, I don't know if they're all
or bronze.
fellas. Those
I
those
think
people at
bronze
Deschutes,
here. Yeah.
um, they kind of know what they're doing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't rate it as I didn't rate it a 5 cap rating. I rated it like a 4 or something because I have had better in my
Sure.
and obviously according to World Beer Cup, there is better.
So has everyone else.
Yeah, Wanderback for sure is better than that beer, but it was still really good beer for a super cheap price. You can get a Costco for a 24 pack, and I'm like, hey, for I drank a lot of that last summer. I kept bringing
Yeah.
back more and more suitcases every time I'd go to Costco. I'd bring another suitcase home, And I drink a lot of that beer during the summer. I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that they're getting recognition that it's a good beer
Yeah.
because it is a good beer.
Well, I will say this, and nothing but love for the guys at Wanderback, but Ben at Other Lands Brewing would give you guys a
Yeah.
run for your money.
I think that's the problem is I loved all of Ben's beers as well. I'd have to put them like head to head and see
Yeah,
what's going on. And here's why both breweries are making such great beers is because all they do is, well, at least with Ben and
mostly
his lagers, he's
lagers.
doing the double decoction.
Yeah.
And and
Oh, that's right. They were too.
and Wanderback is doing decoction as well on all beers, even IPAs, which were incredible and made those beers so much better by doing that extra work. He's doing a lot of work
Mm.
on all the beers they make where other breweries won't do that, right? They don't go and do decoction brewing on IPAs,
You
but
know who? You know who else
Wanderback does.
does?
No.
Barriehaus.
On IPAs?
I don't know about IPAs, but I know
No.
that Jim
On
does.
lagers, yes. So there's a lot of breweries that really care about their lagers and they'll do the decoction brewing. It's expected with lagers. I never heard about it on anything but lagers before Wanderback, and that caught me totally off guard that they were doing all their beers decoction brewing. That's a huge
That's a commitment.
commitment and
Yeah.
effort that they're doing, and that's what makes their beer so good. They're putting the time in, and you can taste it in the beer. So
Yeah, it would be a Other Lands versus Wanderback. It's a battle to the death.
that's right. All right, some declining styles to watch very quickly. Not everything is trending up though. Entries for sour beers and traditional imperial stouts are declining, but barrel-aged versions of those stouts are still going strong. So that's what's declining right now.
Yeah.
Sours now it's funny they say sours because in the last couple weeks I've had more sours than I've had in a year, I think, and they've been really good.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad I'm able to get some sour beers in because I used to really love sours, but as I've gotten older, my gut just doesn't like that, that sourness. So I have to be careful.
It's funny though, because it's kind of like the same bacteria that's in, like yogurt.
Yeah, yeah, is it? Yeah, that's
It
true.
just
That's
makes the
true.
liquid acidic, but I don't know.
That's right. All right,
Anyway,
Chris, let's roll this to an end. But before we do that, what's the big picture takeaways of our topic?
well, this points us to a few big trends, Denny. Number one, IPA is still king, but
Hmm.
it's diversifying a little bit, right? West Coast is resurging. We said
Yes,
that
thank goodness.
literally last episode. Lagers are gaining serious ground.
Yes,
We
we
want
we
our
called
beer
it.
flavored beers, people. And some once hyped styles are kind of cooling off. So, and maybe most importantly, the competition is still insanely competitive with over 8,000 entries. Just meddling is a huge deal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, whether you're a brewer, a judge, or just someone staring at a tap list, the World Beer Cup is basically your global snapshot of what matters in beer right now. And in
Mhm.
2026, it's clear, crisp, bitter,
Bitter.
and maybe just a little less hazy.
Wouldn't it be funny if the hazy rolled off the top five altogether in the next year or
I'm
two?
waiting for it.
Yeah.
Who was it that uh Brandon over at Middle Ground when we asked him what's a trend that you hope stays
Yeah,
and a trend that you hope
hazies.
goes, he's like, I hope hazies go away. I was like, oh my gosh.
uh, I mean, I still enjoy a hazy, but I'm glad that it is slowing down because
Well, as we're
um,
finishing one.
as we're finishing this, yeah, I got like one sip left. Um, because I don't know, I do enjoy welcoming back some of the bitterness, and I think only the West Coast IPA is coming back in resurgence because it's not just the old school West Coast; it's the new school with the new hops and the new
Yeah.
additions
Yeah.
and the things that make it more aromatic. I may
I
have a
like
word there.
aromatic. Aromatic
Yeah,
sounds good.
aromatic, and then has some pop into the hop
Yeah.
characters. That pop just when you drink a beer with cryo hops or the you know what's it called? Thiols? Thiols?
Thiols. Thiols. God
I can't
damn
get it
it,
right.
Denny.
I'm just not going to ever get it right.
Educational podcast. Remember that.
Thiols.
Thiols.
There's the precursors in there
Yeah.
or the hop extractions and stuff. Those beers just stand up above the others. And you add in that bitterness finish that's not overly super piney or citrus that just like is over the top. It just has that nice medium bitterness with all that flavor. It really works really well. And I think the new West Coast IPA is definitely here to stay.
Yeah. Well, when we were talking about Wanderback, I made a comment in our live feed. Said much love to Wanderback Beerworks. Congrats on your gold medal. And Justin Vitti popped on and
Justin.
liked our comment. So
All right, Justin. He's salesman
extraordinaire. Yeah.
extraordinaire, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, we would love some more Wanderback beer if you happen to, want to send us some more. We'd love it.
I'll trade you some. I just picked up a
Uh,
bunch of stuff from here from here locally. I'll trade you if you want.
Wait a minute, Wanderback?
Not Wanderback, but I picked up a few things. So I went over and had lunch at Tampa Bay Brewing Company the other day, Denny, and
Oh,
and I picked up their peach python, which this
the
is a
peach
hazy.
python.
It's a
Wow.
hazy with peacherine, dulcita, and Alora hops. So there's
Okay.
no peach in it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just hops. Okay.
And I picked up Barriehouse's Bublina, their
Oh, the
Czech
Bublina is
style
so
lager
good.
or
Yes,
Czech
that
style
is
pilsner.
good. Yeah,
Um,
that's a good one.
yeah, and it was good that I went to lunch on Friday because Barriehaus opens at noon on Friday, but anytime if I go there any other day of the week for lunch, like go out to Ybor for lunch, then they're never open that early. So
Oh,
I think I'm gonna have to do
nice.
Friday lunches with my friends.
Do it.
Fridays
Yeah,
only.
start that weekend off. Well, you still work on Saturday, so it's not
I'll
really
start my Thursday
start your
off.
Thursday off with a
Yeah,
bang.
yeah.
All right, well, that is the Brew Buzz. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Upcoming interviews. We do have another interview scheduled with Ken Lampert of H. Hinder Brewing Company out of Wapaka, Wisconsin. He'll be joining us on June 8th. That's our next episode. We look forward to chatting with Ken. Ken said hopefully he still remembers. He's going to send us a bunch of beer and swag, and I can't wait till we get our care package from him and
Well,
try
I
the
have to
beers.
say he seems via the emails and stuff we have sent back and forth, he seems like a very thorough, very focused,
Hmm.
detail-oriented person. So if it didn't happen, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, yeah. So looking forward to learning about H. Hinder. Feedback? No feedback because it's only been a week. Um, yeah, it is what it is. No voicemails. We had a couple last week, but none today. But if you would like to leave us a voicemail, we'd love to hear your voicemail. 208-536-3359. Wow, you've been drinking some big 7.8% red ales or 7% New England hazy IPAs and you can't remember all those numbers. That's okay. How about 208-53 oddly? Just send us a voicemail. We'd love to get your voice up on the air. And if you want to send us an email, we will accept it at taptocraft@gmail.com. Remember, we do have Facebook page at facebook.com/taptocraft and a website at taptocraft.com. Chris, are you ready to continue the conversation and check out our Untapped the Craft? Um,
Yeah, as soon as Untapped determines that I'm not a robot, absolutely.
robot, exterminate,
Hmm.
exterminate.
Danger, danger. All right, now I can scroll
Yeah.
down now that I'm not a robot. So remember, guys, if you want us to read your check-ins, we usually read your check-ins around 24 hours prior to our show. And you just have to follow me on Untapped at K9 Hops. That's the letter K, the number 9, HOPS on Untapped. And we will scroll down through this gigantic list. Apparently, everybody's busy drinking today. So,
Good.
um,
Me too.
Craig Andrew specifically, but Craig Andrew here in the Tampa area, last time he had a bunch of check-ins back to back to back to back. I was like, dude, you're busy drinking. And he goes, yeah, these were all from, I had so many. just backed up check-ins that I needed to do. Okay, I found the bottom of it, Denny, and we're gonna start with James the beerologist. Ooh, Von Trapp. Which one is that one?
Hellas.
Hellas. Okay, the green can. James the beerologist checking into a Light Moves by Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery. That's a brewery I haven't heard from in a long time. They're out of Canada.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I didn't really drink much of them after I moved from Ohio. They're out of Barrie, Ontario. Um, but this Light Moves, he gave a 4.25 cap rating to, no notes to go along with it. But it's cool to see some Flying Monkeys craft beer brewery on a check-in. I do see them down here. I just never buy them. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Jeff Weesey checking into a summer herbification project, number 8, by Severance Brewing Company at Severance Brewing Company. He said light and easy drinking, lightly effervescent with tart watermelon and strawberry, and a
Oh,
hint of mint in the finish.
hmm.
That's a Sarah beer, Denny.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 4.5 cap rating to go along with the summer herbification project number 8. Thank you for checking in, Jeff. Craig Andrew, brother, you've been busy drinking. Um, got some. I'm just going to go through some breweries that you got in here, but I'd be willing to bet if I know Craig, most of these are all IPAs, hazies, that kind of stuff. So we got some Odell Brewing, we've got some Ratio Beer Works, we've got some more Odell Brewing, uh, Milieu Fermentation. Scrolling on up, New Image Brewing, more New Image Brewing. Dude, you've been New Terrain Brewing. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, I haven't got to read one of these in a long time. My buddy Matt Strong over in Maryland checking into a Hop Hog by Lancaster Brewing Company. Um, he gave it a 4 cap rating, but no notes to go along with it. And he's out of Bel Air, Maryland. But it's good to see you on the. Oh, Denny, you just toasted my check-in. That's nice.
I,
Uh, it's weird when you have, your
I
phone
just had to
sitting in
log
front of
in to
you.
untap myself. Some reason Untapped must have refreshed something and made us all verify we're not
Yeah,
robots.
it's really kind of annoying. Um, I'm gonna tell Matt that I just read his check-in on the podcast. So the Hop Hog by Lancaster Brewing Company at BJ's Pit Stop Bar and Grill.
Wow.
All right. We got Jeff Weesey again checking into an ordinary expert. I like that. It's a little play on words there by Wood Grain Brewing Company. Malty, sweet, and resinous, grainy with nice tropical hop finish. 4.75 cap rating for Mr. Jeff Weesey on that ordinary expert. Um, Matt Strong, buddy, you're checking into a few beers, and this was only 4 years ago, or 4 hours ago. Um, let's see, who else do we got here? Eric Johnson, or Eric Scotty Ward, as we know him. He's drinking a Pils by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. And he said, I was surprised by the 8.4 ounce can, but the go of news is that they were 8 in the carton. Nice pills, clean, clear, crisp, and tasty. 4 cap rating for that one. An 8.4 ounce can. That's got to be a little tiny thing. If you've got big hands, you look like Andre the Giant when you're drinking that one. Let's see. Next on the list is going to be Jordan Cohen drinking a Bamberger Aaron Pils by Kiesman Brau. Really nice beer on this 90-degree day. Jordan, I'd like to know where you're checking in from that gives you a 90-degree day. But nice crisp beer on a 90-degree day is always good too. 4.25 cap rating for that one. Carla Dean checking into a Roland Derby. Funny, we were talking about this beer yesterday at Zephyrhills Brewing. Checking into a Roland Derby by Florida Avenue Brewing Company. Here for David Dean's birthday gift. Well, happy birthday, David Dean. Hope you had an awesome day with some good beers. She gave this one a 4 cap rating and one of their red ale versions, I would assume. Moving on up the list, Craig Andrew, we got you again for a few more check-ins. New Terrain Brewing, a little bit of everything for you, but the you said the Mirage Mosaic Sour. Oh, so a sour IPA. Lich. Uh, Mosaic Dry Hop Sour. Meh. Um, Moving on up our list, there's David Dean checking into a Flippa by Florida Avenue Brewing Company. 4 cap rating for that one, no notes. More from Craig. Craig, you've got a few check-ins over the last 24 hours, my friend. Bill Schlemmer checking into an Umarell by Brutalist Brewing Company Cooperative. Brutalist Brewing Cooperative. Sorry about that. He said mildly hopped with just a little sweetness, prominent bread notes, but also has subtle herbal notes like herbal like notes. Sorry, the beer's kicking in, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hang on a
yeah.
second. I have to take a sip.
Oh, you're still sipping on that New England?
Yeah, I'm nursing it. Calm down.
I thought you were back at the red ale.
No. Herbal like notes that are hard for me to identify, but add interest and complexity. 4 cap rating for that one. Scrolling on up. There he is. Chad Lamassa checking into a Florida beer. He's checking into an Irie Jungle Sour Vibes 2022. That's an older one, buddy. Tripping Animals Brewing Company down
I
in
figured that's what it was.
Doral, Florida. He just wrote rather tart. 3 3/4 cap rating for that one. But I'd be willing to bet, Chad, the label art got you because,
hmm
well, I mean, yeah, it's so far away. But
Is it dog or
no,
cat?
it is not dog.
Is
It's
it cat?
alligator.
Alligator.
Crap, it's green.
Nice.
But
It's green, but I like alligator.
so I have all of my dog, any of my dog beer labels that I have on magnets, Denny. I have a duplicate red cabinet at work that I do in here in the
Oh,
office.
okay.
So I took
Okay.
all the dog related ones and I stuck them on that one.
Okay.
Major Aslan hopping on with us from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. You obviously need to stay hydrated, is what he said. I'm working on it, man. I got some peach python in the cooler, but I am not cracking that open tonight. I just not. Um, but Major, thanks for hopping on with us, man. Scrolling on up the list, Chad again. Hop it over by Tripping Animals as well. This one he gave a 4.5 cap rating
Oh,
to,
nice.
but no notes to go along with that one. A handful of check-ins from this guy. Yes, that's right. Your man. I got me some TBBC beer in the cooler. And then Ryan Whedon is checking into a Dragon's Milk Reserve Triple Mash 2025 by New Holland Brewing, which is a brewery I haven't mentioned in a long time. 4.5 cap rating to go along with that one. No notes. And that is what everybody's drinking, Denny.
All right.
Major, what are you
Excellent.
drinking tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what are you
what are you
drinking?
drinking? Okay. So
All
that's
right. Well, since we heard what everyone else is drinking, we're going to talk about what we have been drinking, our new and noteworthy beers. And Chris, I'll give you a little chance to drink some of that beer while I talk about my beers. Give your voice a little rest. So, as I mentioned before, my buddy Mike Blanchard is so kind. He delivered, I don't know, it was like 18, 20 beers from Chicago all the way, like picking up beers as he was coming from Chicago all the way to Boise, and delivered me a nice care package. And I'm going to talk about a few of those beers that I've already tried and enjoyed. The first one is from Half Acre Beer Company.
oh.
Yes, I got some Half Acre. I got two Half Acre beers that I enjoy. This one's Bodem, and it's American IPA. And I'm gonna try to click on my check-in. What the heck did I just do?
I
Oh,
don't know.
I've had three Half Acre beer. I thought I was clicking on the beer, but it turns out I was clicking on something else. So let's see. My check-in, I said berries and melon over citrus base of aroma. Flavor screams new West Coast IPA with ripe tropical fruits and melon taking center stage. A bit of dankness because why not?
Why
Clean and
not?
crisp with just the right amount of bitterness in the finish. 4.5 cap rating. This is another West Coast IPA that I just fell in love with this week. That was really good. I had this last night actually, just yesterday. Imagine that.
Hmm.
The next one is from Confluence Brewing Company. It's called the Des Moines IPA.
Say it one more time.
Des Moines?
Des Moines.
Des Moines? Des
Des
Moines?
Moines. Des Moines. The S is
Hey,
silent.
hey, Des Moines?
Des
It's
Moines,
like Illinois.
Illinois. Oh God, then it'll be the people that it's just like me with my dog, the Belgian
Uh,
Malinois, the Malinois.
hey, I have a vocabulary issue as well.
No,
Everyone
you
knows that.
don't.
Okay,
Okay.
floral and citrus hop aromas, piney and citrus resinous hop flavor, lighter bodied, given the deep amber coloring. A very nice old school West Coast IPA, brewed in Iowa. Cheers, Mike, and thanks for bringing this one to me. Yeah, this was interesting because it, like when I poured it, I'm like, oh, it's going to be caramelly and heavy, and I was shocked when I drank it. It really didn't. It didn't have that caramel malt. It had the coloring, but not the heaviness or the flavor. But it did scream like old school West Coast with that citrus and piney,
Mm.
but not over the top. It was just like well blended in. I gave that a 4 cap rating. So that's nice from Des Moines. Des
I
Moines.
love that I can pick on you about it. That's why we have so much fun.
Okay, here's a brewery I never heard of. It's Printers Row Brewing. Never heard of this brewery before. Uh, this beer is Bookbinder, and it's actually a golden ale. I gave this a 4 cap rating, so a nice golden ale. Very nice blonde or golden ale. Big bready malt flavor, slightly fruity hop finish, and it's my first Printers Row beer, thanks to my buddy Mike. See, I'm blasting right through these. Next one is another Confluence Brewing. This is called their 13 Degrees, and it's a Czech style dark lager, which I love that style. So I'm so happy so many breweries are brewing this now because we never used to get these Czech dark style lagers before, you know. So I'm very happy. I love this beer. So I gave this beer um, a 4.5 cap rating. Nice toasty malt aroma and flavor. Plenty of caramel malt flavor too. Finishes with a moderate hop spiciness, bitterness to balance out the malt. Thanks, Mike. My first Confluence Brewing beer, and it is tasty. Yeah, 4.5 cap. Really good uh, uh, Czech style dark lager. And the last beer I'm going to talk about is another brewery I've never even heard of. It's Strain Brewing, and it's their Fairy Nectar IPA. It sounds delicious, just the name alone. I gave this beer a 4.5 cap rating. Nice aroma with a combo of ripe mango and fleshy stone fruit. Flavor is just as the aroma is, with a bit more citrus notes. Soft, pillowy mouthfeel with a perfect bitterness to make you want to take that next sip. Thanks, Mike. This is a tasty, hazy. Yeah. So those are my beers, new Norworthy beers. A lot of good beers, a lot of 4.5 and 4 cap ratings. So,
Yeah.
Chris, how did you do with your new Norworthy?
So I had a fair amount. So I had to pick.
You know,
I
one of
had
a
to
100,
pick. Yeah,
a
I
few
had to
hundred?
pick just a few so I wouldn't get carried away. But wanted
Yeah.
to say hello and cheers to Eric Gronley. Thanks for hopping on. Ed, thanks
Oh,
for hopping
cheers.
on yesterday as well because I did
Good
see him
job.
pop up.
Cheers, Eric.
Eric, I was getting inundated with beers and stuff yesterday. I was not in the. Oof. I was trying to say hi, but talking and. But thanks for the support, man. We really appreciate it. My new and noteworthy beers. We're gonna start out here in Tampa with a Barriehaus beer company beer called Kessel Run. Now, this was
Oh,
right around
oh,
May
yeah.
4th.
Yeah, the fourth be
So
with you.
may the
Yeah,
fourth be
Star
with,
Wars.
yeah, and also with you. This was a smoked lager, and I gave it a 4 cap rating. And in my notes, I wrote, and I actually wrote notes on it, so you know it was pretty good. Not usually a fan of smoked beers, but had to give it a chance since it came from Barriehaus, and I'm so glad that I did. Just enough smoke and a great malt background. Well done. for the Kessel run. So this was actually in the cooler when I was there the other day too, and I was like, but there's so many other beers that I could pick. I've already had this one, and it's a tough choice. So let everyone else experience the Kessel run as well, because I had Denny. We had something happen on the Eric Gronley said 12 parsecs. Yeah, it makes it that fast. I can do it in 11 and a half parsecs. No big deal. Um, but we had something happen yesterday during the interview where you know how we always tell people, hey, if you don't like a style, keep
Yeah.
trying them, you'll find one. I had it happen 2 times with 2 different people.
Oh, wow.
One of them was
During the
with,
recording.
yeah, during the recording. So it was, so where we were sitting, we had our table there, and then Tina was sitting at a table directly across from me, making faces at me, flipping the bird, that kind of thing.
Keeping you on track.
I was waiting for her to throw things at me, but she was just she's being on her best behavior. And then actually one of our former trainers that we actually met through her dad Leon, who was a founder member at
Mm.
Zephyrhills.
Hmm.
We've become good friends with her. She came in and hung out with us for a little while too. And neither one of them are really big fans of IPAs.
Oh,
And they tried 2 IPAs yesterday where they went, "Oh my gosh, I could drink this, like a lot of this."
nice.
So, um, but
You want to
same
call
thing.
out the IPAs that they liked? Do you remember?
One was called, oh yeah, because one was called the Brew Brothers Dole Whip. See, Chris, I got that. The Dole
Nice.
Whip IPA. It was a pineapple and coconut
Oh, that sounds
IPA.
good. Oh, that sounds so good.
And it was really nice because there was just enough coconut in it too. The
Mm,
pineapple stood out very crisp, very clean, but then there was enough coconut in it that it was just kind of in the background. It didn't make it taste like like you were drinking a bottle of sunscreen.
yeah, yeah.
And they did
Nice.
really well with that one. And then the Mayberry um, was I can't remember what they said was in it too, but it was a berry like a some berry notes in the IPA,
Mm,
and it's just such a well-made beer.
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
and Cameron, who are doing the majority of the brewing over there now, have been making some tweaks, some adjustments under the tutelage of the original owner, Robert. So if you once you get into that audio, you'll we got to talk to everybody, the original owner, we got to talk to one of the new owners, we got to talk to the brewers, we got to talk to the we talked to a little bit of everybody.
Hmm.
So all that being said, let's get back to the new noteworthies.
Oh,
But
yeah.
because
Got sidetracked.
we'll go on a tangent
Squirrel,
because
squirrel.
listen, if we talk about it all now, then what's the point of listening to the super
That's
special
true.
episode,
Hey,
right?
we're just getting everyone a taste
Primed.
of what's coming.
Yeah, primed. Next on the list is going to be from Pontoon Brewing, the Sunrise and Lo-Fi. This was the coffee blonde.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and what I really loved about it, I gave it 4.5 caps when I finally checked into it. What's the date today? Today
The
the
18th,
16th, 17th, 18th. I
18th.
checked into it 2 days ago,
Yeah.
so I could clear the cans off my desk and get rid of them. Um, but I loved that it was just enough coffee in it that you knew it was there. It
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
very primary flavor in the beer, but it didn't just coat your mouth and stick
No,
around and just
no.
linger the whole time.
Yeah,
It came in, you knew it was there, you got the maltiness from the blonde,
yeah,
and then it
yeah,
went away, and then you took another sip because it made you want to take another sip.
yeah.
So, Tyler's at it again, 4.5 cap rating for that one. And then one that I didn't think I would ever get to try, but
Yeah.
was kind of excited. I know nothing about this brewery other than the fact that the folks at Gasparilla was like, "Hey, we were one of the 40 locations to get this in the world to get this
Yeah,
release."
yeah,
Um,
yeah. This
Pixel
brewery is great. I love
by
this brewery.
by Phase 3 Brewing. Do you happen to know where they're out of?
Chicago
Out of Chicago? Oh,
or
geez,
out
great.
of Illinois somewhere, and I I'm assuming near Chicago.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look into that. Lake Zurich, Illinois.
Yeah,
So
Lake Zurich. I think that's close to Chicago, right?
sure, I'm sure it is. Everything's close to Chicago,
I
I'm
know it's in
sure.
Illinois because I've had several beers from them, and every one has been incredible.
I'm sure Tina will tell me different because, well, that's where she's from. Um,
Oh, from Lake
sh
Zurich?
no, she's from Chicago. Well, the south
Oh,
side of
oh,
Chicago.
okay.
But this was a part of the Pixels and Pals
Ooh.
worldwide. Eric Gronley just said Illinois.
Ill-
Is that how you wanted me to pronounce it, Eric? Illinois or Illinois? The Pixels and Pals Worldwide
Wow.
beer release. And if I understand this correctly, it is from Phase 3. Phase 3 puts out a beer called Pixel, and then they collaborate with a handful of different breweries around the country. And this year's collaborations were Brewhouse Brewing, Parish out of Louisiana, and
Yeah, yeah.
then there was one more, and I don't know which one it was. Um, I don't know what that one is because there's no name on it. But Brewhouse Parish and one more. So sorry, guys, I suck. But um, and apparently they only release it to like 40 locations around the world.
So, yeah, so I've had the triple pixel.
Oh, okay.
I gave that a 4.5 cap rating, by the way. So the pixels sound familiar. I was looking for the can. I thought I might have had a can here. I didn't have it, but I looked on Untapped, and yeah, I've had the triple pixel.
Okay. Well, just the regular Pixel, the New England IPA, 4.5 cap rating for this one, and I wrote notes again for this one, Denny. Super soft
Mm,
mouthfeel, tons of tropical fruit,
yeah,
and super crushable.
yeah.
Like that beer disappeared so fast, and now I've got three other versions of it that are
You haven't tried yet?
collaborations. No, I I don't know what happened. I just had this moment where Friday I bought a bunch of beer from Barriehaus and Tampa Bay Brewing Company, and then as I was in the middle of my day on Saturday working, I just happened to see the post from Gasparilla, and they were like, "Guys, super special, exciting release. We're one of the locations," and I'm like, "I don't know what that means, but." I'll go. It's on my way home. And not only
But
did
it's
I
a cool
get,
sticker. I'm gonna grab a
well, I got the
sticker.
cool sticker, but Denny, I got the very last glass that they had too.
Oh, nice. Way to go,
So I
Chris.
felt kind of fortunate for that one.
Yeah.
Um, but now watch, I'm gonna look for this in the future, and then I'm gonna either be disappointed or like I'll have to buy it every year. But Pixel 4.5 caps from Phase 3 Brewing. I'm really excited to try the all the different ones. Eric Gronley said my only Phase 3 was Winter's Bone. Denny, it's a fantastic winter warmer right up your alley. Um,
Winter's bone.
Winter's Bone, but
That's what
those are my
she
new and
said.
noteworthy right there.
Wow. You got me all. Yeah, I love Phase 3 brewing.
You got a Phase 3 bone going?
Yeah. Phase 3 winter bone going on. They make great beer. Every beer I've had has been top notch. So congratulations, Chris, on getting that special release and a glass and a sticker. That's special because, and I'm surprised you haven't heard of Phase 3 before.
I mean, maybe I have,
Hmm.
but just not one that's always in my head all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it doesn't come anywhere. I mean, you just got lucky that they shipped out these kits at
Yeah.
40 different locations in Florida, and Gasparillo was just one of them. Was there one of the breweries in Tampa that was actually collaborated with? You
No.
know, no. Wow, interesting.
Not that I know of, but yeah, they not only did they get the packages like the four packs, but they also got kegs too.
Oh wow, nice. You got to go back for some fresh keg taps of that too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, we've had a great, you know, lone show with some good beer talk. But it's time to bring this show to a close. But before we do that, I want to give you an opportunity to raise a glass. So, who would you like to raise a half growler to tonight?
Well, it's about here. I got some work to do before we go to bed, but I want to send a big shout out to Pranav, Gina, Chris, and Cameron over at Zephyrhills Brewing Company. Thank you so much for the hospitality yesterday, letting us come in and just reorganize your entire tasting room so we could sit down and have you know, a chat with you guys, and specifically Gina, because when we brought her into the conversation, she didn't realize that we were live on Facebook, and she was
Oh,
like, "Can you edit some of these things out?" And I'm like, "No, it's live, it's fun. We're here to have fun." And she was like, "Okay." There was a
oh,
couple people in the tasting room that were like, you should go over there and talk with them." And she was like, I don't know if I want to. And they talked her into it, and I'm glad that they did because
nice.
it was great to meet her. Um, but guys, Zephyrhills Brewing Company, they have always made some amazing beers, and now they are just continuing that trend, and they're making some new and noteworthy stuff too. That's right there in their little version of Mayberry, if you look at it that way. And then also, I want to raise a glass to and say happy belated birthday to Mr. Jeffrey Seiler. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully we get to chat with you in the near future. So,
Yeah, for sure.
and Denny, who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
Yeah, Patreon toast tonight goes out to, it just happens that he's on with us right
Oh,
now, Mr. Eric Gronley. Cheers,
cheers,
Eric.
Eric.
Thank you for being a patron. Also, I did send Jeff a Facebook message on his birthday to wish him a happy birthday, and he replied back today, thanking me for well wishes. I hope, Jeff, that you are doing well and that you can join us back in the beer drinking fun soon. And I forgot to mention one of the beers. I'm going to go back to my new and early real quick for a toast. This is another one of those. This is a sour beer. I mentioned I've been drinking more sours lately. This is one from my buddy Mike. It's from Illuminated Brew Works.
Oh,
It's called the Brainwash Cherry. They claim it's a farmhouse ale other, but it's like basically a cherry sour beer. I'll tell you what, this beer was really good. I gave it 4.25 cap rating. I said cherry fizz aroma, pucker tartness with cherry flavor, eases the tartness as it warms, and I get used to it. This is a really good sour. So Brainwash, really good beer, and I really enjoyed that one. So I didn't want to forget to add that to my new and noteworthy. So that's it. And of course, being a former serviceman, I want to raise my glass. I want to thank all those who have served and who are currently serving in the U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms. Thank you for your service. And I hope all who are deployed are able to return home safely to families very soon. And you can find the beers mentioned on the show in the show notes located on the show post at taptocraft.com. And Chris, why don't you give out our last call?
well, like Denny said, it is last call and time to bring the show to a close. Foam fresh, friends faithful, and fridge is fully stocked. We want to thank you for downloading and listening to the show. We ask that you please, pretty please,
Tell a friend.
tell a friend
Do
about
it.
our show and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.